a closet, walled cities, past lives in boxes. Music absorbed till it's seeped from my skin. Can't stand to hear it. Means more to me than photographs. Pictures of backyard and northern sunsets are all that exist in my mind. Freshly cut lines and daytime sprinklers, spider webs on a grey wooden fence. I remember the comedian.
Good morning and welcome to Allendale. Today we're going to do section 6 of the Grand Tour of Northumberland. Sadly, I forgot my microphone, so I'm going to have to talk very loudly. This here is Isaac's Well. It is the start of the Isaac Tea Trail. Me and Neil have done the Isaac Tea Trail about 2 years ago. I did a video on it but set to music, but I'll put some links below if you're interested. This is the Church of St Cuthbert in Allendale. And it contains the memorial of Isaac Holden, and it marks the end of the Isaac Tea Trail. He was famous as a local tea seller who did lots of charitable works in the area. Looks like we're going to be competing with the bells to be heard on the camera. In 1715, the vicar of Allendale, Robert Patton, took part in the Jacobite uprising. He escaped the noose by writing a full account of the rebellion and giving evidence against his co-conspirators. However, upon returning to Allendale, he was driven out by the local population. Here's one for Doctor Who fans.
These plaques, Neil has researched and designed the plaques, so there's lots of information about all of it. Well, this is the Museum of Classic Science Fiction in Allendale. This is the brainchild and baby of Neil Cole, who's been collecting original props and costumes and monsters from classic science fiction genres for many years. And it's a fantastic little museum, totally unique, quite a lot of original Doctor Who from the original series, but also Marvel, H.G. Wells, and a lot of other stuff, plenty to see. Come on in and enjoy.
There you go folks, come to Allendale if you're interested in science fiction. They've got a nice little museum here. That was an unexpected find, worth checking out if you're in Allendale.
I'm into science, yeah, I'm into science fiction big time. Not so much Doctor Who, but that was just unexpected, awesome. And apparently all those Doctor Who fans, would you like a jelly baby?
Okay, we are following the Isaac Tea Trail in reverse at the moment. There's the Tea Trail sign. Now we're heading down this way. Blackett Level was started in 1854. It was designed to drain the deep workings at the mines at Allen Heads, but was never completed. It was worked for lead until 1903. It travels up the Allen Valley for 4.5 miles, 2.5 miles of its intended length, and it still drains some of the mines that it met along the way. Okay, this is Allen Smelt Mill, and I had a lot to say about this place. but it's padlocked. I can't get in. Or can we get in?
It's not padlocked. The spice mill's open. Breaking the law, breaking the law.
Okay, so we might be trespassing. It's kind of an important site for this walk. Allendale Brewery started brewing in 2006, producing its first and arguably its best brew, Curlew's Return. It has since expanded and has won many awards for its excellent beers. Allen Smelt Mill began in 1692 and was closed in 1896. It was one of the largest producers of Northumberland silver, producing more than 16,000 ounces per year. In 1847, the mill had 5 roasting furnaces, 8 ore hearths, a refining furnace, 2 reducing furnaces, 2 calcining furnaces, 2 reverberatory furnaces, 1 slag hearth, and a separate house with 18 pots. At its peak it would have processed 2,000 tonnes of lead a year. And this is what it would have looked like in the past. And that's what it looks like today. There's a very large chimney flue that goes up onto the moors with 2 large chimneys. And they used to send kids up those flues in order to scrape the silver off the walls of the flue. I really wanted to take the walk that direction, but unfortunately I couldn't work out a way of doing it. So it's something that's worth doing if you just want to do like a local walk around the Allendale area, but unfortunately I couldn't take the grand tour in that direction.
These structures, made from cast iron and welded steel, are both an anti-war statement and a plea for world peace.
Immediately after leaving the Allen Smelt Mill, we come to Tommy's Stout Well. Supposedly named after Thomas Steele, the former manager of Allen Smelt Mill. It's one of the highlights of the Isaac Tea Trail that we missed. Okay, so they haven't fixed the landslide from the Isaac Tea Trail, which closed it when we did it 2 years ago. And we have to make a detour, but they have put in these very nice steps for the detour, so be warned, the map isn't going to be very accurate for this. Thankfully that wasn't much of a detour, so it's, we're heading back down onto the trail now. I thought for a second we would have had to gone back onto the road like we had to do with the Isaac Tea Trail. So well done the people who built that little detour, much appreciated. Okay, this is where we leave the Isaac Tea Trail. Isaac Tea Trail continues up that way, and we're going to follow this yellow arrow and go this way on the Reivers Way. Unlike the Isaac Tea Trail, the Reivers Way is not marked, so you're going to have to use a map. This is a nice little house, but, or big house I should say. There's a bumper crop of sloe berries. Anyone interested in sloe gin? It's a lovely stone bridge this. Sadly I don't have any information on it. We don't actually cross this bridge, I just want to have a look at the burn from it. The River East Allen. So that house was called Oak Pool, and that bridge is part of Colliery Lane. Now I'm just looking back at Hindley Hill Farm. It looks as though there was an old peel tower there. Peel towers and bastles were built in order to protect farmsteads from border reivers. In the Allendale district there's about 40 such properties. This here is Cupola Bridge. It was built in 1778. And this sign here says that the path is closed at Judas Crack because of a landslide. I have absolutely no idea where Judas Crack is on my map. And there's my map of the gorge. I can't see Judas Crack written on there anywhere. So we're just going to have to take a chance on it. See what happens. It's absolutely stunning here, it really is. If you can, I would save this section for the autumn, definitely. Even just come here in the autumn for a walk, you know. You don't have to do the grand tour. Now up there. Beautiful place. Okay, you need to look out for this sign and this hidden path that goes up the top of the gorge. That's where we're going, up there.
Obscene language. That sounds.
Oh, the rules. Bylaws. It's steep coming up here. Gained a lot of height very quickly. The river's way down the bottom there. Okay, this, when you get to the top of the gorge, is very heavily overgrown, especially with blackthorn. And all that there behind us is all bracken. So you may want to watch for ticks if it's tick season, but this season will be fine, there'll be no ticks, but this blackthorn's a bit of a problem. We'll have a little walk along this busy road before we pick up the path again just over there. This here is Gingle Pot or Gingle Pot. According to the Reivers Way guidebook, this is supposed to be an old drover's pub, but I've had conflicting reports that it's an old farm, and some other people say that it's an old woodcutter's dwelling. There are some very nice views to be had here. The camera really doesn't do this place justice. You really have to come here yourself and see it. This is really nice now. We've got a huge drop down there into a gorge. We've got a huge drop on the other side, so we're going to be walking along this little ridge along here. It's very beautiful. I really hope the camera picks that up. We're right on the top of a huge gorge down the bottom there. Really, really beautiful. Got this huge drop down there. You can hear the river roaring at the bottom. And we're on this little ridge. I've got another drop over here where Neil is. Down there. This truly is a really stunning walk. If you come in the autumn, in any case, I can't vouch for it in any other season, but seriously, I would recommend coming to here in the autumn. It's a long way down there. What a view! And this is the view from the other side of the gorge. What a place! Ah, this path's a proper little ridge. Got huge drops down there. And huge drops down there. Really cool. You seriously have to come on this walk. Even if you just do this little part of the section, is a really, really good walk. This here is the remains of Staward Pele. And that's what it would have looked like a long time ago. Staward Pele was an early 14th century peel tower built by Anthony de Lucy of Langley. It was built on the site of a former Roman temple. It was confiscated by King Edward II in 1326 and rented to Hexham Abbey in 1385 until the dissolution of the monasteries by Henry VIII. It was the hideout of the legendary outlaw Dickie of Kingswood. Though it's very ruinous, you can still see quite a large outline to gain an idea of the scale of the original peel tower. Would have been quite some substantial structure. In the fashion of Summit or Nothing's Dartmoor legends, here is a Northumberland legend, Dickie of Kingswood. Dickie is said to have stolen 2 oxen from a field in Denton Burn on the outskirts of Newcastle and sold them to a farmer in Lanercost, Cumbria, where he stole that farmer's horse. On riding back to his hideout, he met the farmer of the oxen, who had been tracking him. When asked about the oxen, Dickie told him that he had seen the oxen in a field at Lanercost, and then sold him his horse so that he could get there faster. Pocketing the money of both the oxen and the horse, he returned to his hideout where we're currently sat. From down here you get a better idea of the peel tower. Look at how the water has carved its way through that rock. It's unbelievable. Somebody's been making a den here. And you can see why they chose this spot. This here is Planky Mill. It's a late 18th century old corn mill. When I was a child there used to be an old rope bridge that went across here, but now you have to use the more modern bridge. There are trees just bent over the river. It's like a waterfall of fire. This is definitely the kind of walk that Y Explorer Mark would enjoy, following a river. So we're leaving the gorge now. We'll have to cross this field with cows. That Neil's a bit iffy about. I have to admit that brown one doesn't look as though it's very friendly. Over there is Ridley Hall. Unfortunately I've got no information on that. Apparently that brown bullock maybe? just tried to charge me. Yeah, it's charging. Okay, it charged me. I had to jump the fence, and still are giving me the eye on the other side like. That was fun. Oh, I've lost count how many times I've been charged now. Quite a few. You do realise that the reason why he was charging us because of you. Is that right? Yeah, because you were scared. Exactly.
You were walking near the cars, man.
I wasn't walking
You
that
were.
close to them.
It was looking at you, not me.
Yeah, I have to admit.
So look at that guy, he's alright. You know, look at you.
Yeah, I have to admit, he was looking at me. He was going for me.
I do have fillet steak on Wednesday.
Ah, well,
maybe
there
he was
you go.
pissed.
It's
Or maybe he
him.
was angry, sorry.
Show me your steak. This here is the beautiful village of Belton Jim. It's famous for its yew trees. There's one yew tree, isn't it? There are apparently 3 yew trees here, and one of them is rumoured to be over 2,000 years old. I don't know which one. Perhaps this one. Yeah, that would seem to be the one. A 2,000-year-old yew tree would suggest that this was a pre-Christian religious site. The church is dedicated to St Cuthbert, and there would have once been an Anglo-Saxon church on this site. However, the current church dates from 1500, and then it had extensive restoration done in the 19th century. We're beginning to lose the light now, but we're quite close to our final destination, which is Bardon Mill. This footbridge takes us over the South Tyne into Bardon Mill, where we end our walk. Back across the Newcastle Carlisle line. We seem to cross this railway quite a lot. So that's section 6 completed of the grand tour of Northumberland. So Neil, how did you think of that one?
I really like this one. It was a cacophony of colours, I think we decided on, and it's long, 10 miles. It felt like 10.
Yeah.
But it's at the end we're tired. But it's a great walk, brilliant colours, lovely scenery, by the river most of the way. End up at a nice pub afterwards, which is my scene. So there we go. Very good.
Yes, I enjoyed this one too. It was very beautiful. It was absolutely stunning scenery, and it was hard going. This was probably the hardest section so far. There was lots of ups and downs and very steep banks going up the gorge and then back down the gorge a lot. But it was really enjoyable.
Is that why I feel tired then all
Yeah,
this time?
I think that's the reason why we feel more tired this
We
time.
thought it might have been age, but actually it might have just been, it is a semi-tough one.
It's a lot harder, this one. So,
I would take a carpet with you as well, just because when you get chased by the cows, you can put it over the barbed wire, it's easier to climb over. Bit of carpet.
Yeah, we had the chase with the bull. That was at the very end though. So, I'll catch you on the next one. Don't forget to comment below, subscribe if you haven't for the next one, and give me a thumbs up, and share with your friends on social media. And catch you on the next one.
Cheers.
Digging through a closet, walled cities, past lives and boxes.